The next brand I would like to introduce to you is Erika Knight. Erika Knight is a worldwide acknowledged fashion designer, and she also designs yarns. As you can see, she has already published many books. Her latest book is called Texture and will be published next week, so I can't show it to you today. What I can show you today is, for example, the lookbook we made with her yarn, which is called Woollocal. And you can see that her designs are special. She has a very beautiful aesthetics, and I really love her as a person very much. She brings the British touch to our yarn selection, and I'm very proud that she works with and for us. This is probably the most typical Erika Knight yarn. It's British blue. It's made from 100% blue-faced Leicester sheep wool. And this is a breed that has especially long hair, fine and slightly shiny. So it's a perfect yarn, the perfect breed for pullovers. It's soft, it has got nice volume. And we offer this yarn on 100-gram hanks with 220 meters per 100 gram. And we also have them on little 25-gram balls. But as these balls are not so easy to handle in a shop, we will slowly, gradually replace them by little mini hanks with 25 grams. So this is meant to be for color work, like if you want to do stripes, but many different colors, or you could use a couple of those 100-gram skeins and add some color work to them. Yeah, that's British blue. Maxiwool is probably the most unusual yarn of Erika Knight. It's also 100% wool. The wool is from different breeds. It's made in Great Britain, and it has only 80 meters on 100 grams, so it's a really big one. And you can see we have wonderful patterns, and this is my favorite. It's the rib wrap cardigan. It really suits and flatters every woman. And this is the special thing also about Erika Knight's colors. As you can see here, there are not many colors, but you really find the perfect color for every woman and man, because this is also a yarn that can be used very nicely for men's sweaters. So I'm kind of in love with this yarn because I get so fast results. This is Wildwool. Wildwool is probably the yarn in the Erika Knight brand with the most unusual material composition. It's got 85% wool. This is not so special, but it's got also 15% nettle fiber. And the nettle fiber is spun like viscose is spun. This is why it has to say viscose on the label, due to the EU textile labeling law. What a difficult word. And this nettle fiber adds drapiness to the yarn. It adds an interesting heather effect to the yarn. And it has 170 meters on 100 grams, so it's to be knitted with like a 4 millimeter to 5 millimeter needle. And it's a very nice drapey single ply yarn, and you can see we have very beautiful designs again. One is here right next to me, and we have several printed patterns too. I like the yarn due to the unusual color range, and again it's only 10 colors, but I think everybody can find his favorite here. This yarn I would like to show you is Garcipium. Garcipium is, I think, the Greek plant name for cotton, and that's what it is. It's 100% cotton. And I think here Erika shows what you can do with simple cotton. So the colors are great. There are only 17 colors, but I think everything you need is here. She has great designs to go with it. The yarn has 100 meters on 50 grams, so it's a little bit thicker than the other cottons that we have in the range, and it's so versatile. It goes for babies, for children, for adults, for cloths, tablecloths, kitchen cloths, and I think it shouldn't be missed in any store. This is Studio Linen by Erika Knight, a very elegant summer yarn. And it has a very interesting material composition again. It's made from 85% recycled linen and 15% premium linen. And the recycling makes it softer, drapier than pure natural linen. And I think the color range is really very stunning. It has pastels, it has very deep colors, and yeah, I think elegant is the right word to describe the yarn. The garments you can make from it are very drapey, kind of heavy, but this is really the effect that you want in this yarn, that it really flows around your body. And again, I like it very, very much. From fleece to finished yarn within 50 miles. That is the story of Woollocal by Erika Knight. And that's what it is. Actually, the sheep live in the north of England. The mill is in the north of England. The yarn is dyed in the north of England. So that's why it doesn't have to travel long distances. And Woollocal is made from British blue-faced Leicester sheep and Mesham. And it looks a little bit rustique, but it's very, very soft. And the more you wear it, the more you wash it, the better it gets. It's a lace yarn weight, and it comes in these colors. These two, the green one and the navy one, they are new. And the special thing about Woollocal is that we developed some pattern sleeves. So inside here you can see the pattern for the hat, and we also offer mittens and socks. But we also have normal printed patterns, and we designed this wonderful lookbook just for the Woollocal. You can see it has a lot of very beautiful designs inside, and it only contains the photos of the designs, and the patterns have to be downloaded on Ravelry. Yeah, that's the story about Woollocal. Woollocal is actually at the moment our Erika Knight bestseller. Find out why and get some. The novelties in the Erika Knight brand, there are two of them. One is not really a novelty because this is a color that we already had in the range a couple of years ago, but then it was out of stock and could not be replaced, but now the mill promised me and made me the same color again. So this is the print version of Studio Linen. It creates great effects in the knitted garment, and I really like these super elegant colors. The second novelty is really new. It's a yarn where we decided we want more colors this time. So this is Garcipium cotton tweed. It's the tweed sister of Garcipium. It's slightly thinner. It has 125 meters. And it has this cute little tweed effect in the yarn. It's a little bit more shiny than Garcipium, and I think it's the perfect summer yarn for children and for adults alike. What shall I say? I like it. Stop, wait a minute. There's something more I want to show you. It has just arrived. It's still humid. No, it's not. So there is a funny story about vintage of Erika Knight. You perhaps know the old vintage, a beautiful yarn, really woolly, nice, a 2-ply yarn, nice twist, beautiful colors, a little bit muted, the typical Erika Knight colors. So when we took over the stock from Erika Knight, some colors were low, in some colors we still had a lot of stock. So I had to reorder, and my aim was to get it GOTS certified. So we called our GOTS mill and said, okay, we need this yarn and GOTS certified in those colors. So they produced it for us, and the day before they wanted to ship it, the boss of the mill called me, Britta, we made a mistake. We didn't spin it 2-ply, we made it 3-ply. What to do? I mean, you cannot untake it, so the yarn is ready. I said, okay, we give it a new name. It's called Big Vintage, and just send what you've done and we will have a look at it. So now I have received this big shipment of 3-ply vintage, and it's so nice. It's very springy. This 3-ply yarn is thick but not flat. It's like elastic, and it's a real beautiful wool. I have started knitting a sample with a size needle 7 millimeters, sorry. And it's so perfect for hats, for scarves, and even for cardigans and pullovers, because it's so fresh and crisp. And guess what? I love it already.